What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So we have the official trailer finally after 3 months since we received the teaser trailer for the film Him. Jordan Peele produces the most twisted football nightmare of all time. And I think, like I said 3 months ago when we did the teaser trailer review, I can't remember the last time we had a true sports horror film. And I think this might be one of the first, I think, true football horror films. But the teaser trailer itself was pretty fire. I was very happy with what we got in the teaser trailer. But I am glad it's finally come about where we have a full trailer. It only took us 3 months, but we finally have something. And in that 3 months, we haven't had much information, really no updates on this film since that teaser. So, like we always do, we're going to jump into the article details, then take a look at this trailer, give our final thoughts. So let's get into it. All right. Greatness demands sacrifice in the upcoming Him. Greatness demands sacrifice in the upcoming Him from producer Jordan Peele's Monkey Paw Productions, and the new trailer this week previews just how bloody those sacrifices will get. From director Justin Tipping, Him will release in theaters September 19th. The trailer's below, which we are going to see an inspirational sports movie delve into an absolute nightmare. As Tipping explained to Empire Online, quote, "My instinct was to set it up in a way that it feels like we're in Friday Night Lights or a Gatorade or Nike ad. We're rooting for the kid who just needs to unlock one thing to take it to the next level, and then we subvert the expectations and let it evolve or devolve, depending on your sensibilities, into something it's not." From Oscar winner Jordan Peele and Monkey Productions, producers of the landmark horror films Get Out, Us, Candyman, and Nope, comes a chilling journey into the inner sanctum of fame, ideology, and the pursuit of excellence at any cost, featuring electrifying dramatic performances from Marlon Wayans. And it's been a minute since we've even seen Marlon Wayans in anything, so I'm happy to see him taking on something new, a little bit more of a serious role, but happy to see him getting into the horror genre a bit. We also have it starring a former college wide receiver, Tyriq Withers. He's also in this year's I Know What You Did Last Summer, which we don't really need to talk about that film. We'll talk about that at another time once it becomes. So I haven't seen it yet, but you all know my feelings about that Legacy sequel. I have zero expectations that it's going to be any good, and from what I've heard from the vast majority of people, did not like it. And we did just recently talk about a day or so ago the potential that they're looking at doing wanting to do a sequel. I don't think a sequel is going to happen, even if it makes $60 million off an $18 million budget. I don't think it's going to happen, and if it does, it's going to be straight to like a streaming service type situation. Like Netflix will pick up the rights, or Amazon Prime will pick up the rights and do a sequel, and that's how it will get released. I don't see another film in that franchise getting a blockbuster summer release. I just can't fathom that. So let's move on here. So Tyriq will play Cameron Cade, a rising star quarterback who has devoted his life and identity to football. On the eve of professional football's annual scouting combine, Cam is attacked by an unhinged fan and suffers a potentially career-ending brain trauma. All right, so it gets in. So I don't want to. So you all know I don't mind reading synopsises, but this one dives in a little bit deeper. So that's all I'm going to leave it as. This whole next paragraph is the synopsis as well. So we're skipping over that. We have more casting information here. Who's also involved in writing it? We have the trailer. Do we have do we have a poster? But this looks like just an image from the film, along with this image here. So this image we've seen. This image we saw in the teaser trailer. So this isn't anything new. Okay, we do have a poster. So from producer Jordan Peele, "Never Meet Your Heroes," and then Him. So I do like the poster, just except for this up here, this white text. I say get rid of that, bring it down here, and get rid of all this down here as far as like written by and directed by. Get rid of all that, and you could just put that down here at the bottom. I do like this image though of Marlon Wayans. So we do see he does have a scar on his head here, and then he's got one eye bloodshot and dripping blood, and another one not, and he's got what, 5, 6, 7, 8, what we would assume 8 championship rings. So obviously a star in his own right, potentially in this film, or a previous star. So I'm wondering though, because he's got this scar here, if he suffered a similar brain injury, brain trauma, and whatever he did, he's going to introduce now to this other character, this primary character we're looking at, which I assume is this individual here, who may have received the same type of a similar injury, and whatever he did, he's going to give it to him, right? Whatever that could be. So, all right, let's jump to the top of this article. And as I always do, I will put the link for this article in the description of the video. So if you want to go back and read through that synopsis, you can do so. Again, as I have always done across, I think, almost 200 trailer reviews we've done, I don't like reading the synopsises in detail. I think the only one we did that on was the Legacy sequel for I Know What You Did Last Summer. And the only reason we did was because it was a literal carbon copy off the back of a VHS of the 1997 original film. So, all right, everyone, let's pull up this trailer, the official trailer for him, and let's see. Hopefully, they'll give us quite a bit new scenes compared to the teaser. But let's see what they're going to give us.
Do I look at you or the camera?
You'll just look at me. You'll just ignore the camera.
Okay.
There are a lot of people saying you could be the next great quarterback.
I can already see it now. Him running down the tunnel with the crowd chanting his name.
I hear you've been invited to train with legend Isaiah White himself. Care to elaborate?
I want to be the GOAT.
Cameron King. Great meeting you. I'm a fan.
That's crazy. I damn near worshipped you growing up.
Who are you?
I'm him.
Who are you?
I'm him. My time.
Let's play a little catch. We going to the league! You want to play at your highest level? You want to be a legend? Because let me tell you something. This ain't a game. Who are they? Just gonna toss the ball around a little. You wanna hit this? You can't handle it. I understand. Oh, too slow.
Wait, what are we doing?
That man's smile about to be on the floor. This is how you do your teammate.
What is this?
Set hard! Enemies, set hard! Set hard! Set hard! In this game, violence is rewarded, so learn to enjoy it. Get your shit together! Activate my hip.
Cam, are you okay?
I think something's off.
Do you want to know what you're getting yourself into?
Now we playing some football!
Don't have to do this.
Activate my hip.
I've never been more certain of anything in my life.
And how bad does Cameron Cade want it? I ain't a killer, but don't push me. I'm not just gonna give it to you. You got to take it from me. I ain't a killer, but don't push me.
What if I say no?
Run. Think of it as a gift from the God. But don't push me. So what are you willing to sacrifice?
So that, I think, could be the poster child for 2025 when you think psychological horror films. That's it started off kind of, I don't want to say slow, but we're getting some background. We kind of see him in his current element, right? Training, interviews, so on and so forth. And then we see an apparent point where he meets Marlon Wayans and is going to go to this combine or this like training facility. And then that's where everything pretty much just takes a turn. And some of the crazy scenes where I'm wondering if this is where he pushes him a little bit to the point, and we saw it where He's taking the snaps and he's throwing to the left or the right, and it's too slow. And then they have another player line up in front of this like ball thrower, like automated ball thrower. I don't know what they're called. And I'm wondering if that's like the consequence. Like if you keep screwing up, we're gonna put one of your teammates in front of this, and we're gonna shoot a football right at his face. And they did that to that guy a couple of times, and he ended up like laughing it off towards the end. Which was pretty bad. Then we obviously saw what appeared to be Cameron's, I think that's his name, Cameron or Kate is his name, the character that Tyriq is playing, the scar on his head. But we also saw a quick point around when this was happening. He was maybe him or somebody else was getting injected with something. And then again, it's like from that point, the entire trailer was just at a max like 9-10, where we're seeing them in this facility. We see them out running. We see at one point he was sleeping and they threw like a bucket of water on him to wake him up. I mean, there's a couple times where they're having like these crazy parties. Someone whispers him to run. They were out in the desert with all these like football players, kind of like scarecrows out in the middle of the desert, and someone used I think it was a rifle to shoot somebody. And when they walked up, it was truly somebody in it, and it just kept going. And I think it kind of blended the facts of what's now reality versus what now is potentially hallucination, because that's where the trailer started getting to a point where you really couldn't tell what was real versus what he could have been hallucinating. So we saw some more of the extravagant parties at the end, and then the trailer just kind of abruptly ended with the title him, and he's out there in that almost like a pentagram circle that he's standing on when he's covered in blood, and all the cheerleaders are around him, and kind of black and white image with the him in red. So I'm more hyped for this than I was when we saw the teaser trailer. This looks really good, but I happen to love psychological horror films, and this one I think it's going to be one of those ones people aren't expecting to be good, and it's going to be great. So this one drops September 19th. Him. Again, the teaser, there were a few shots from the teaser trailers, but we did, for the most part, get a lot of new scenes. I also like the fact that when they're in the combine, some of the football players are hitting each other. It's almost like you could get this X-ray view of them. There was an old Xbox football game, I think it was called Blitz, that was kind of like that, where you played, like, it was either like 8-on-8, and part of the point of the game was not only to score, but was to injure the opposing team. And when you would hit them in a certain way, the camera would zoom in on that particular play, and you would see like an X-ray version of the hit happening, where you would break someone's leg or ankle or arm or something. And that those few shots of that reminded me of that. So I do like how they did that. So this looks very well shot. Again, very, very heavy on the psychological horror aspect. They are not hiding or shying away from that, which I do like and enjoy. So anyways, that's going to do it for this quick trailer review for the film Him, coming out again September 19th. Drop a comment in the comment section and let us know what you think about this trailer and what you think, not just about this film, but psychological horror films in general. And if you haven't done so already, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, we'll see you at the next one. Later.